The Strategic Information System Plan establishes the enterprise-wide roadmap to achieve the municipal government of Talacogon's mission through optimal performance of its core business processes within an efficient information technology environment. The SISP was designed with high consideration on the realization of the PGIS project that will lead to faster and better provision of services to the residents of Talacogon, making timely and relevant decisions, more accurate monitoring of expenditures and income, proper control and management of assets, efficient collection of taxes and other income, maintaining peace and order, implementing greater transparency in government operations, getting the proactive participation of citizens in governance. The MGT vision and mission shall be realized through the establishment of an electronic bureaucracy that will link MGT with other government agencies, the public and private sector institutions. The municipal government shall harness the full potentials of information and communication technology to ensure wider public access to information and faster and more efficient delivery of services. Once Talacogon goes online to the Talacogon Government Information System, current and potential employees will have electronic access to Talacogon information and services. At the center of the conceptual framework are the MGT Online and other related sites available through the internet to the public and to MGT employees. The MGT intranet feeds data to the web-accessible sites in the Executive MIS, common internal application systems, support systems, and sectoral systems. Summary of MGT's database strategy. First, create simple databases for each computer application and relate them via reporting and statistical applications rather than creating a single large integrated and complex database. Integration of data into a sophisticated database and to use data mining tools may be considered as information technology matures. In general, small and simple databases are easier to manage. Second, use a mid-range versatile database software server, such as SQL Server, that will support both the mission-critical, transactional, and support database systems of MGT. The MGT computer hardware architecture. The hardware architecture is based on a scalable, upgradable, and secured computer system hardware setup that will provide MGT with fast response to transactions coming from the many applications that will be hosted in the servers. Secured computer segments and authentication mechanisms will ensure the systems are available only to those who have authority to run the applications. Connection to the Internet. To provide continuous access to the services the MGT applications provide, the MGT computer system will be connected to more than one Internet service provider. Internet traffic will be controlled by a load balancer that will distribute the data traffic to the ISPs. A virtual private network will be set up for MGT users connecting via the Internet so that connection to confidential data is highly secured. Segmenting the network. Various network segments are created so that control of the privileges and/or access to the servers can be controlled. 5 network segments will be created. The first network segment is the DMZ, or the Demilitarized Zone, where systems and information that may be accessed by the public are connected. Necessary computer mechanisms to prevent public users from doing unauthorized transactions or actions will be controlled using service access control and system access control. The second network segment will be the MGT user segment. This is where the workstations of the MGT users will be connected. The third network segment is the internal application segment. This is where the servers of the sectoral and internal applications are found. The fourth network segment is the MGT Executive User segment. This segment is where the management information systems are installed. The database applications in this segment can only be accessed by selected users from the executive branch of MGT. The fifth network segment is the Computer Administration segment. This is where servers and workstations needed for the management of the MGT computer system are located. This segment requires the highest level of security. Regular computer security vulnerability tests will be conducted on all the segments so that necessary actions can be instituted immediately. Securing the network segments via a firewall. A firewall system will be used in the MGT computer system to control and implement the computer security policies of MGT. It controls the computing services that are allowed in each segment. The firewall gets its security policy rules in a database controlled by the computer security staff of the MGT's IT department. Various servers that will be installed in the MGT computer facility. Database servers. The MGT database servers are high-end PCs that allow fast storage and retrieval of data. The servers shall run the SQL Server software that manage data stored by the various information systems. Web server. The MGT web servers are medium-range PCs that allow users to access the database through the computer applications running in these servers. DNS, proxy, DHCP, email servers. These MGT network servers are mid-range PCs that facilitate the ease of use of the computer network facility. Print, file, and backup server. This MGT server will provide MGT users with a central facility to print voluminous reports and to store important files in the MGT central file repository. The same server is used to back up all the databases and applications at specific time intervals. External disks are stored in a fireproof vault in a separate building. Authentication server. This server holds the information about the users of the system and their roles and privileges. Other servers needed by MGT. There are other servers needed in the data center. Among these are the development server, where staging and pilot testing of the applications are done prior to deployment. Help desk server, where problems are recorded and tracked until completion. The network management station, where monitoring of the network activities is done, and many other ordinary PCs used to manage the entire data center. The development framework consists of the enabling environment, ICT infrastructure and interconnectivity, and information system solutions. The enabling environment involves re-engineering of the organizational setup and clear definition of the roles, functions, authorities, and accountabilities at oversight and department levels in relation to various aspects of implementation and provide the needed resources. The Network Operating Center will consist of Cisco switches and routers, a firewall, an access router connected to an internet service provider through an E1 line for 2.054 megabit per second connectivity. This network operating system will serve as a server cluster consisting of the Microsoft SQL, Active Directory, File, Department, Email and SMTP, Web, and Intranet servers. A backup system includes failover for continuous operation. Zooming in on a specific set of applications, the Microsoft SQL Server replicates data as a backup and failover setup. The SQL Server cluster provides the data store for the automated attendance monitoring payroll system, HR Online, and job order web system. The database also feeds summaries to the Office of the Mayor. Over the next 2 years, the plan sees overall improvement in MGT operations, enhanced economic growth, and more secure and safe communities. The Information Technology Group at MGT should be organized into 4 operating units and a management unit. The management unit will consist of an IT officer and administrative staff that provides overall technology acquisition, project, and budget planning. The operating units under information technology include computing, telecommunications and network infrastructure, database and computer security, applications development, and user services. The units work collaboratively, performing their functions and services in a project-based format. They share resources and personnel as needed. The IT group should have their own workspace and ideally report to the Office of the Municipal Mayor as they service all the MGT departments.